Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And here we are looking at the daily chart during trading hours on Tuesday, March 5th. And the current price is right around $72.20. And the last time I put out a video was on February 26th during trading hours again. That was Monday of last week. And so I just wanted to go over price action following that, including this gap up with a spinning top here, suggesting a topping signal before this 5-day downtrend that we've seen. I do think that we could be finding a bottom, but it's really just based on Fibonacci levels. So I'm going to throw those up here so we can go over them. There are a lot of lines up here, and I'm just going to take you through them and kind of justify the ones that are up there that do seem significant. And so following up on last week's video from February 26th, we did get this green candle day being up less than 1% on the day relative to the previous day's close. But looking at the candle, we could not put in a close higher than the previous day's high, which was at a price of $76.94. And I did suggest that getting a close at $77 would be good, but we couldn't do that. We put in a close at a price of $76.51, being just above the open price from the previous day at $76.48. So that is technically a bullish engulfing candle. However, as we can see, price did go down following that. But the next day we did gap up. And also do want to note regarding that gap up, we closed just below the 786 level here at a price of $76.56 based on this yellow retracement here. And so, it does seem like that was acting as resistance. But then we did gap up above it, forming this spinning top and hitting a high of $78.05, being lower than the previous high at $78.34. And so following that gap up, we then gapped down, opening above all of these levels here, but then closing below them, as well as closing below this white downtrend, which represents the top of the falling wedge. And so the two levels that we did close below that may act as notable resistance moving forward, one is going to be the orange level here, that is the 236 at a price of $75.58, as well as the 618 level in yellow at a price of $75.15. So we did close below both of those levels and the top of that wedge. And then it does look like that 618 level did act as resistance the next couple of days, attempting to consolidate, but really ending up just being bearish consolidation before another gap going down. And that gap fill would be at a price of $74.37 based on the low of March 1st. And so that is a level that we may want to be paying attention to, right around $74.50. There might be some resistance there. And if we do look at the volume profile, we can see that there is a good amount of consolidation there and this nice volume shelf. So I do think it will be tough to get back to that level. But once we can break above it, potentially, being on top of this wedge here, then I think that we could be finding some support around these two Fibonacci levels that I just went over. But then moving down, following that gap, we did go down over 3.5% on March 4th, so just yesterday on Monday. And it does look like, though, that we may have found some support. We did break below this yellow downtrend, also breaking through the 618 here from this white retracement on the way up. And that is at a price of $73.70, or right around $73. I do think that will be a key level for us to reclaim, not only getting back to that level, but also breaking above the yellow downtrend currently, with price being below that. But it does look encouraging that price may have settled out around the 236 from this yellow retracement at a price of $71.97, currently being slightly above that price, just above $72. And then here, the 786 from the white retracement, that is at a price of $71.72. So again, price is currently above that, as well as being above this orange uptrend here. And another encouraging thing that may suggest we have found the bottom is that price did dip below this orange level, the 618 from this retracement going to the upside, and that is at a price of $71.10, hitting a low on the day of $71.04. So it is quite possible that could be the bottom before testing these levels to the upside, potentially filling this gap right around $74.50. That could be happening over the course of the next week. But, if the bottom is not in, could price continue lower? Most definitely, always a possibility. And so the next level that I do see to the downside would be this recent low that was hit on February 9th, and that is at a price of $70. Also just being a psychological round number there. And then just below it, I do have this red line marked at $69.55. And so I'm just going to take a step back so we can see where all these levels originate from. And so this orange uptrend is based on the open price of December 11th, when it was testing the bottom of that wedge, marked by the white downtrend, and then also hitting the high here on January 16th when there was a gap down. That does look like it acted as a little bit of support here, but a fake out break below it. And so currently now it does look like we are putting in another fake out break below that orange level of support. So I do think paying attention to the close of the day will be key. Ideally, we do close at or above $72. Worst case scenario, closing at $71.98, so being just 1 penny above this 236 yellow retracement here at $71.97. So I think that will be key to pay attention to. And then also looking at this yellow downtrend that originates from the low on November 14th and also the high on December 29th. So those two pivot points there. And then looking bigger picture at the falling wedge that I see here, I do think that we're having some troubles breaking out of the top of the wedge. Struggling a little bit as we did get this fake out here, but it is encouraging. It does seem like we could be finding support around this orange 618 here at $71, having hit the low of the day of $71.04. So do look for, if we get a close below $72, that doesn't seem too bullish. It doesn't seem to me like we have hit the bottom. But if we can get a close at or above $72, then I think we could start to see some up moves and also just really testing this orange uptrending level. Hopefully we hold that as support and can reclaim this yellow downtrend before making an attempt to get back out of this wedge, filling this gap here at $74.37. And then moving higher. I do think there is a lot of potential for the stock, potentially filling these gaps to the upside at $81.23 as well as at $84.75. So there is some potential to be getting to those levels in the next month or so. But first, we do need to be reclaiming these levels right around $78. But, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.